Welcome to the Chicago View, brought to you by Revoc Production and executive producer, British Couture. I'm your host, Parnell, aka Rockstar P, and today we will be diving into the latest entertainment news as well as an exclusive interview with Reggie McFly. Stay tuned. This is the Chicago View. Now today we will be discussing the latest Jamie Foxx comedy special. The title is What Had Happened Was, because we was all kind of wondering what happened to Jamie Foxx. I mean, we all know he had a medical scare, but we didn't know the severity of it. And turns out he had a stroke. And it started with a minor headache that sent him to the hospital. And the doctors told him his brain was bleeding. And that's never a good sign. But as far as his comedy skit, he told us something very interesting. He said when he forgot about God, God blessed him with a stroke. And me personally, I feel like that was super dope to acknowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a dark time in his life, but for him to shine some light on such a dark time, that's beautiful. That's a humbling experience to me. And as far as the comedy skit, man, I feel like he was super vulnerable. It was times where he was crying. There was times where he was laughing. And the fact that he was able to be that vulnerable with his fans after suffering from a stroke, man, 10 out of 10 for me, man. And hey, much love to you, Jamie Foxx. You know what I'm saying? I wish you nothing but the best, nothing but great success, more success, and good health. And if you haven't checked it out, it's on Netflix right now by the title of What Had Happened Was. And yeah, man, go check that out now. And that's a wrap for the latest entertainment news with the Jamie Foxx special. But now, we're about to dive into one of the exclusive interview with Chicago's finest, Reggie McFly. You don't want to miss this. And this is the Chicago View.
Backseat swerving, yeah, calling my name. That's on purpose, I will never change. I'm on my journey. Backseat swerving, yeah, calling my name. That's on purpose, I will never change. I'm on my journey. Backseat swerving, yeah, calling my name. That's on purpose, I will never change. I don't deserve it, tonight to the brain. I'm off hydro, baby, so it don't cause me any pain. Backseat swerving, yeah, calling my name. That's on purpose, I will never change. I don't deserve it, tonight to the brain. I'm off hydro, baby, so it don't cause me any pain. Cracking seals blue again, that's my Kirk 30. I've been spinning around the block like they getting sturdy. 49 bitches in the club, rock purdy. I'm a bright and early 18 green, put in for birdie. If you speaking on my name, I hope it's very specific. Notice on D&D, probably self-tweet and I missed it. Pull up with the K going ham like I'm a piston. Fresh Cartiers, two-man plans on no mission. Just be grateful you don't know the demon's the one that I'm talking about. The world against you, matter of fact, just stay in the house. I'd rather stay up in the clouds than live on the 8 Mile. Ringing all on the phone, she never gon' let it down. Listen, I know that I'm far from perfect. Couldn't hurt me even if you think you're worth it. She got me signing my name with love and cursive. Like what kind of person? Late show drive, pick her up and home. Backseat swerving, yeah, calling my name. That's on purpose, I will never change. I don't deserve it, tonight to the brain. I'm off hydro, baby, so it don't cause me any pain. Backseat swerving, yeah, calling my name. That's on purpose, I will never change. I don't deserve it, tonight to the brain. I'm off hydro, baby, so it don't cause me any pain.
Welcome back to the Chicago View. Now, I'm about to introduce y'all to one of the Chicago legend, man. This guy I got right here sitting next to me, man. Visionary. He got his hands in the mix of everything from mixed media to art to fashion. Man, give a warm welcome to my main man, it's Reggie McFly.
Hey, it's good to be here.
How you doing, brother?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Hey, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. So, man, nice to have you today, bro.
Thank you so much. It's good to be here, for sure.
Absolutely, man. How you get the name Reggie McFly?
Well, it's a mix of Back to the Future and just dressing in wild, colorful clothes. So you mix that together like Kool-Aid. It ain't so sweet, but here I am.
Hey, there it is, man. There it is. That's what's up, man. I dig. Wait, where you from?
You know what? I'm from Chicago, the Wild Hundreds, Fernwood, West Foreman, all around Roseland,
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting, bro. Those are my old stomach grounds too, man.
What?
Yeah.
We twinsies?
We might be related, to be honest.
You never know.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So who were some of your inspirations just growing up in Chicago as far as like your fashion and your art?
Man, you know what? I was always inspired by like 70s pimps. So how they dressed and how they talked to people, the energy they brought in the room. Like, I want to be a pimp. So I used to curl up my hair back in the day, like all type of stuff. As far as art, I never really had any influences until I got older, like maybe a couple years ago. So Basquiat really inspired me, just how his art was so different from everybody else's, but it carried a deep meaning. So to be the only person in those rooms that looked like him, but still carry his own unique character, that spoke to me a lot.
Absolutely, man. Hey, Basquiat was a character, bro. Such an iconic character like that. I feel like if anybody see that crown, then they know instantly think of Basquiat. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. That's what's up, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I did a little bit of research about you before you came here, man. And you had a pretty interesting upbringing, bro.
You Google me?
Could you tell us a little bit about your journey?
Well, you know what? Growing up, I was always into art. So I used to draw a lot. And those were my times where I separated from everything around me. It was just me time with my dreams and imagination. When I hit puberty, the drawing went out the window, and it was just girls and sports. So I didn't get many girls, so it was mostly sports. And when I hit 17, that's when the first pivot of my life really took place. So I had an aortic aneurysm, which was caused by a rare autoimmune disease called Takayasu Arteritis, and I ended up having to have major heart surgery for that. It was kind of a life-altering situation.
Wow.
So I had to spend like a month in the hospital, month and a half after the surgery, learning how to read, walk, talk, all the essentials again, and it was really a pivot in my life.
Wow, that's interesting, bro. Like when I mentioned the segment of Jamie Foxx, so his started with a headache and that sent him into like having a stroke. So what built up to you having heart surgery?
You know what? I was actually in boxing training and I slept good that night, or the early part of the night, like 2 a.m. I woke up and I felt drunk. At 17, I shouldn't know what feeling drunk feels like.
Exactly.
I only can tell you that now, but I went back to sleep and woke up about 9 a.m. with the same feeling, like deep, deep dizziness and drowsiness. So I told my great aunt told my mom. We went to the hospital at like 1 p.m. And from that 1 p.m., it turned into a month and a half in the hospital.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why I cherish each day, because you never know how much time you have left to do anything.
Absolutely.
We can't have any expectations. We just have to live life day by day.
That's a deep message, man. That's a deep message. So, man, like I said, you had a pretty interesting life, man, from the illness to partially healing yourself through the change of your diet to fashion to art. Like, at what point in your life did your views change towards the purpose that you have now with the painting?
Well, man, I took so many different pivots. So it went from sports to after that heart surgery, I spent 2 years recovering. And my mom was like, you have to have a trade or you have to have some type of job or career. I thought it would be sports.
Right.
It definitely wasn't. So after messing up my hair so many times and cutting people around the neighborhoods, I'm like, I want to be a barber. Let me go see how I can get down on that. So I got a grant. I went to barber college. I was the fastest to ever graduate from that particular barber college. And that started my barber journey. So I spent
Wait a minute, hello, not to cut you off, wait, but is this while you had the autoimmune disease? So
Yeah.
So you was like cutting people's hair with only one eye?
Well, that came in my first year. So I lost the eyesight in my left eye. So I was the one-eyed barber. I was like a legend over there. Like, go check him out with the one eye. He gonna get you together, you know.
Hey, I told y'all he a living legend, man.
Hey, I done pushed a few people back, but for the most part, no, it was good. It was decent. So that started a 10-year journey in barbering. And after, I never even drove a car with 2 eyes. It was one eye. I was a one-eyed legend. So after those 10 years, I was like, you know what, it's time to focus on my health. and it's time to go after something I really feel passionate about, and that was fashion. So it's like, I'm going to try my hand at streetwear. I had a friend who worked at CBS and MTV, did the camera work, and he's like, you could be the first streetwear guy, like synonymous with streetwear. This is before Virgil and all these other people. And I have big plans on doing that. And leaving the barbershop, I wanted to focus on my health and street fashion. So how could I heal myself from the autoimmune disease naturally? Stop taking all the medicine and just focus on living the alkaline lifestyle. So that was really just changing my diet. I didn't know much about the herbs until I lost my other eye. So I was completely blind. And that's when I honed in on what Dr. Sebi really meant about fasting. And through fasting, I learned about the herbs. The most important herbs I discovered during my journey, which I fasted for 83 days, I tried many herbs, but the foundation of the herbs was the Jamaican sarsaparilla, which is the highest source of iron, and sea moss. Sea moss sometimes can combine with bladderwrack and burdock root, but those are the foundational two that you should have. So through those 83 days of fasting, I learned so many different things. I did dry fasting, water and herbs, teas, smoothies, all types of different fasts. But I didn't get my eyesight back after those 83 days, but I felt like it was time for me to stop fasting. And after a year, I did get some of my eyesight back. So that was quite a journey.
That's pretty tough, bro, because I'm not sure what your diet was before you started fasting.
Eating crazy.
It was you was eating crazy?
Yeah.
So now I'm curious to know, after the 83 days of just like fasting, what was your first meal?
You know what? I had, well, first of all, I was like 101 pounds. So
Wait, before the autoimmune disease?
after
or
the fasting.
After? Wow.
So I was all forehead and foot. And, and my first meal was quinoa. Actually,
That sounds healthy.
I had a birthday dinner after that, man. It was my birthday when I stopped the fasting. So I had the quinoa, then I went to this restaurant that was really good and shared time with family. Because after I lost my eyesight, I lost pretty much every earthly possession. All I had was how I treated other people.
Absolutely.
And, you know, in turn, that was how they treated me. So without all these things, possessions, all you have left is how you treated yourself and what you did for other people.
That's beautiful, bro. That's beautiful, man. So for those the viewers who's watching, could you give us like a tip on like how could we start fasting? Like where should our mind be? What's any type of tip on when it comes down to fasting?
Well, I feel like the first thing is to understand where you're at and then envision where you want to be.
Yeah, it is.
And adopt that mindset. Then learn about the body and how it works. And from there, you can learn about the different herbs that will help you elevate your body to the place that suits where you envision yourself being. So I think those are the foundational steps.
That's deep, bro. That's deep. Man, like I said, you got an interesting journey, man. You went from catching the autoimmune disease to losing both of your eyesights to painting beautiful art. You know,
Man, many pivots, you know?
Yeah, I see, man. I see. And I see you brought two art pieces over there, man.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the art came along during the pandemic. Like, nobody could go anywhere. I started making these necklaces and rings and stuff, but I was hanging around Joann's and Michael's so much that I saw these canvases and paints. I'm like, you know what? I'm good with the art. Let me get this going. So I bought the canvases, made my first pieces. I actually took a piece to this cafe that was showing, you know, young up-and-coming artists, and I priced it at $200. Nobody's gonna buy that.
Really?
2 weeks later, the cafe called me like, somebody wants to buy your artwork.
It's this painting right here, bro, which is beautiful, man. Could you break it down for us? What we got here?
Man, this is my latest painting, and it's about how easy it is for a man to be vulnerable. So a man is given his flowers, and they're on fire, which shows the emotion behind his vulnerability, like the energy. And the woman is crying because she finally understands with empathy what the man is going through. So they're both crying because they're ready to evolve together with understanding. You
know what, man? I'm not surprised that you created something like that, you know what I'm saying? Because your whole aesthetic, it give me like a 70 pimp vibes. But you a true artist, man, because you produce something like that. You know what I'm saying? I might have to have you back as a co-host, man. What's up? What you think about that?
Man, I like it. Let's put it in the comments, see what they think. Might have to do this together.
Hey, let's do it, man. Let's
Tag
do it.
team,
Hey.
back again.
Well, I thank you for everything, man.
Appreciate
you know what I'm
it.
saying? Most definitely thank you. And that's all I got for you today on the Chicago View. Yo, real quick, Mr. Reggie McFly, could you let us know where we can find you at?
Well, you can find me on all platforms at reggie.mcfly.
Beautiful. And if you want to continue to tune in with us, you can find us on all platforms at the Chicago View. And me specifically, you can find me on IG at RockstarP, RockStvr_P. Thank you. Until next time, Happy New Year's. Peace.